Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel today. We're diving into one of the most shocking and game-changing military events in the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war. An hour that stunned analysts, reshaped strategies, and sent a powerful message to the world. Imagine this. Ukraine manages to take down 90% of Russian drones in just 1 hour. That isn't just a tactical win. That is a statement of power, technology, intelligence, and preparation. But how did it happen? What does it mean for the future of drone warfare? And why is this moment being called a turning point in the entire conflict? Let's break it all down in simple, clear, and compelling detail so you can truly understand the magnitude of what happened. To start, we have to remember that drones are Russia's backbone in surveillance, reconnaissance, and strike missions. They are cheap, they are fast, and they are expendable compared to fighter jets or missiles. Russia has been using Iranian-made Shahed drones in swarms to overwhelm Ukrainian air defenses, hitting infrastructure, energy grids, and civilian areas. For months, this tactic gave Russia an edge. But suddenly, Ukraine strikes back with unbelievable precision, downing nearly every drone in a massive wave. This tells us one thing immediately: Russia underestimated Ukrainian advancements. Ukraine has built a layered, intelligent air defense network combining Western systems like NASAMS, Iris-T, and Patriots, with homegrown radar, mobile units, and even electronic warfare. It's not about just shooting drones. It's about detecting them early, jamming their signals, predicting their flight paths, and neutralizing them before they reach their targets. This victory represents coordination on a level that takes months of planning and technology upgrades. But there's more. This event was not accidental. Ukraine has been studying drone patterns, analyzing swarm behavior, and learning how to disrupt communication links between operators and drones. They've been adapting tactics that combine human crews with AI-based tracking systems that can monitor multiple aerial threats at once. The moment Russia sent in a massive drone wave, Ukraine was ready. Air defense crews were synchronized, radar systems were aligned, communication channels were clear, and every strike was calculated. In just 1 hour, Russia lost drones that cost millions of dollars collectively, and more importantly, they lost confidence. This wasn't just defense, it was dominance. Now the question becomes, why does this matter strategically? Because Russia has relied heavily on drones to compensate for missile shortages and to exhaust Ukrainian air defense ammo. If Ukraine can neutralize drones efficiently, Russia's strategy collapses. It also exposes a new reality. Russia cannot simply flood the skies and expect easy results. Ukraine's ability to eliminate drones quickly means Russia will be forced to either innovate or escalate. They may need to use more expensive cruise missiles, risking fewer launches. Or they may rethink their swarm tactics. Either way, Ukraine has changed the equation. And in warfare, forcing your enemy to change strategy means you've gained the upper hand. But let's talk about the psychological impact. Imagine Russian commanders thinking their drone swarms were unstoppable, only to watch almost every drone go down before hitting anything. It destroys morale. It signals that Ukrainian defenses are stronger than ever. And it tells the world that Ukraine is not just surviving, it is evolving faster than Russia. Meanwhile, for Ukrainian citizens, this is a huge morale boost. Air raid sirens go off, drones are detected, but instead of destruction, people hear successful interceptions. That confidence fuels resistance. It proves that international support, training, and technology are working. This event also sent shockwaves across NATO and global militaries. Everyone is watching this war to learn how modern warfare is changing, and this moment proved 3 major lessons. First, drones are the future, but so is drone defense. Second, traditional air defense alone isn't enough. You must combine systems, data, and electronic warfare. Third, the side that adapts fastest wins. Ukraine is adapting in real time, and let's not forget, Ukraine is also using drones offensively, long-range strikes deep into Russia, naval drones in the Black Sea, and even FPV kamikaze drones on the front lines. So when Ukraine stops Russian drones while launching its own, it creates a two-sided advantage, defense and offense. That's deadly effective. Think about it. Russia is struggling to protect its bases in Crimea and Belgorod, while Ukraine is taking down nearly all incoming threats. This imbalance poses a long-term problem for Moscow. Another key factor, electronic warfare. Ukraine has become extremely skilled in jamming signals, hacking navigation systems, and confusing Russian drones mid-flight. Instead of shooting everything, they sometimes force drones to crash or return. This saves ammo, lowers costs, and increases efficiency. Using smart warfare over brute force is exactly how a smaller country keeps up with a larger one. Ukraine knows it cannot outnumber Russia, but it can outthink them. So what happens next? Russia has a few options, and none of them are easy. They could increase drone production, but Ukraine will continue improving defenses. They could upgrade drone technology with better encryption and AI, but that takes time and money. They could shift to manned aircraft, but Ukraine's air defense makes that risky. Or Russia could start coordinating drones with missiles to overwhelm defenses again. But now Ukraine knows this is coming and is preparing layered responses. This is an arms race in the sky. Internationally, this victory will likely lead to even more support for Ukraine. When Western allies see that their systems are being used effectively, they are more willing to send additional units and more advanced tech. We may also see new hybrid systems delivered, lasers, microwave weapons, even autonomous interceptors. Yes, this is where warfare is going, energy-based air defense that can take down drones cheaply and endlessly. Ukraine might be the first battlefield to use them at scale. This single hour changes perception. It shows that Ukraine is becoming a military innovation hub. It proves that Russia's tactics are no longer as effective. And it signals to the world that drone warfare is entering a new era of countermeasures and intelligence-led operations. This is not the same war as in 2022. The battlefield is smarter, faster, and more digital. Let's also consider the message it sends to other nations watching closely. Iran, China, North Korea, NATO members, and even countries modernizing their armies. Everyone is analyzing how to build or defend against drone swarms. Ukraine just provided a masterclass. You don't win by buying the most drones. You win by building the best system to detect, disrupt, and destroy them. But the story isn't over. Russia will not accept this loss quietly. Expect retaliation, adaptation, and new tactics. They may target radar sites, attempt cyber attacks on command networks, or launch mixed drone missile assaults. This war is a technological chess match, and Ukraine just made a brilliant move. Now the world is watching to see how Russia responds. In the end, taking down 90% of Russian drones in 1 hour is more than a tactical victory. It is a glimpse into the future of warfare. Fast, intelligent, coordinated, and high-tech. It shows the power of unity between Ukrainian engineers, soldiers, intelligence officers, and international partners. It proves that innovation can overcome numbers. And it reminds us all that in modern war, the side that learns faster wins. This is why military analysts are calling this event one of the most important moments of the conflict. It reveals where the war is heading. It boosts Ukraine's strategic position. It challenges Russia's dominance in the sky. And it lights a path for future defense systems around the world. So what happens when Ukraine takes down 90% of Russian drones in 1 hour? Russia's strategy collapses. Ukraine's confidence rises. The world takes notice, and the balance of power in the sky begins to shift. This is more than history. It's the beginning of a new chapter in modern warfare. Stay tuned, because the next moves will decide everything.